Hello, we're sitting here with Didier Scaillet, the Chief Development Officer of MPI. And it's a pleasure to talk to you, Didier, about MPI and what MPI is doing specifically around meeting effectiveness, which is, I think, a theme within MPI education. And tell us a little more about it. How did it start and where are you now?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's an important topic, specifically as we're coming out of this recession. What we have seen is actually the recession has brought a lot of spotlight on the industry. As we know, some of that spotlight was initially fairly negative. But what it is also demonstrating and showcasing to organization actually the value that meetings bring. It has also sparkled a number of research pieces that we have actually compiled in a compilation of research which we call Meeting Delivers. And what we've done is taken a number of different research pieces, each and every one of them demonstrating their own way how meeting bring value to organization, how they drive innovation, how they drive revenue, how they drive profit. And therefore, that spotlight has allowed the industry to sort of look at itself in a slightly different way, and definitely bringing the whole effectiveness agenda to the forefront. I would dare saying that up until a couple of, even probably months ago, definitely years ago, if you were looking at a strategic meeting management program, you would really be looking at strategic sourcing. You would be looking at the supply chain, you would be looking at how to optimize it, how to leverage your spend, how to minimize your risk, how to do all of these things that are absolutely essential. But the realization has come that you need actually an end-to-end solution. You need to look at the strategic sourcing, but also the strategic outcomes. It's not because you've cut the price or the cost of a meeting by 5% that you have an effective meeting. Actually, maybe you shouldn't have had that meeting in the first place because the meeting was not fitting with your portfolio, was not fitting with your strategy. On the other hand, for some of your meetings, you might have had to expand them by 20%, even if you were overall cutting your budget, because that specific meetings were either bringing you clients' time or was motivating the employees or were doing an overall. So I think what we've done and gone through is actually demonstrated that there is a need to prove and demonstrate that meetings are effective, and how do you start measuring that and designing meeting to allow effectiveness to sparkle.
Wonderful. I've actually also, MPI is the largest association in the meetings industry, and I've been a member of MPI since '99 and president of Belgian chapter, etc.
What about great leader?
And I've seen a lot of great sessions within the MPI conferences about topics that I find are also, influencing that effectiveness. I've been to a session on psychology and many other interesting sessions about education and all that other topics that fit, I think, the model of meeting effectiveness. Where is MPI today as far as education is concerned, and within the conferences and other around meeting effectiveness? How are you looking at that?
Well, actually, we've weaved in meeting effectiveness under different initiatives. The main one is probably an initiative around strategic meeting management. And actually, it's going to be one of the two core areas of expertise around the World Education Congress in Vancouver. CSR is going to be the other one, but definitely the whole SMM agenda is going to be very present. And again, both helping people understand the strategic sourcing, but also really understanding the outcome and the output side of meetings overall. We're also driving some research work in the area, and we will start having some focus groups, co-creation sessions around actually how do you define effectiveness. Also, for the first time, bringing a taxonomy in terms of measurement techniques. We know there is a number of tools out there, and you can call them return on investment, return on objectives, you can call them measurement, but really there's never been a concerted effort in terms of identifying actually what are your options. And our members right now understand the importance of it, but they don't necessarily know where do I go or what's right for me. When do I start an SMM program? If my spend is at 5 million, is it high enough? Or do I really need to have 10 million in spend in order to really get the most out of it? Yeah. So I think it's really helping our members more concretely sort of navigating it. I think conceptually our industry is there now, honestly. I think a lot of people have realized that there is a need for it. But there is still no real help in terms of the how-to. And that's really what we start to bring. Again, starting at WEC. After that, we are creating a content portal where we're basically going to gather on the topic of SMM the articles been written on it, the books written on it, the case studies that we will start building, capturing in video content some of the sessions we would have had at WEC. So again, really providing on a 24/7, 365 basis resources to our members specifically in that area.
Wonderful. I also see on the cover of the magazine Plus that you have now a topic on social media and how to integrate those into meetings, and I guess that also connects to the meeting effectiveness. So I see that in many channels that MPI has, the topic is becoming more and more present. And so I look forward to the Vancouver conference and to those sessions. And thank you for joining us today. And I look forward to see you next year at IMEX. And thank you very much, Didier Scaillet.
Absolutely. Thank you, Maarten.